Hey guys, my name is Atharva, and I have something huge for you. Uh, Not just in my racing career, but also in this video. Some crazy things happen. My Oculus disconnects in the middle of the race. Quite a lot of carnage happens in like the second turn. So, yeah, it's gonna be a very entertaining video for you. And also, I am going to join a race series in FIA Formula Regionals. So that's always fun. And I'm gonna just be spending my time practicing. And yeah, I've also made a Twitch, and I'm just going to be streaming on there, practicing for the future races and trying to get my I rating and safety rating up. So join me there if you can. So yeah, enjoy the video. Now I do want to say that this video is just going to be a voiceover record because in my setup I need to set up my actual mic, and you could hear so much of background noise, so it's really annoying and really bad to hear. So once I get that settled, it'll be all fine. And now going straight into qualifying, we are losing a few hundredths of a second and not really braking as efficiently, but still, my best lap here was 150.5 at the time. But yeah, then we got a little jittery off of two, but that was an excellent save by me. So good job, me. At least you didn't lose any more safety rating, but you did lose like a second of time. So I guess there's always a trade-off, but whatever. We're going straight into this next corner, and this corner is quite interesting. You can take a very early apex approach and still trail brake just a little, but also get so much of time on the straight because you have so much more speed. Or you can take a very tight approach. You'll gain time through the corner, but you'll lose time on the straights. So I have to kind of experiment with that. Trail brake through this corner and straight on the gas. Beautiful balance from there. And here, no braking necessarily, just coast gas. Same thing with here. Maybe even a little bit of brake to angle the car and straight in the gas. There we go. That was a pretty good turn. Now, we're only a second down, so not too much of an issue. That's still a 151.5, so that's not bad at all. Still going, and no brake necessarily here, just coast and turn. So you would think that you would need to change it down to second gear, but these cars only have 4 gears, so in reality the revs are like spread out quite a bit. So even if I'm braking for like the slowest of turns, you don't really need second gear. It feels so wrong, but it is better to carry minimum speed around a corner than it is to go down to second and back up, because you'll hit the rev limiter as fast as you can. I here brake hard, and same thing with here, gas is carry loads of minimum speed, and then straight into this corner, attack it and gas, no brake necessary here. Beautiful right there. We're only 3/10 down, so that means that's around 150.8, so that's not bad at all. Going straight into this, our next approach would be, ooh, it's quite a tight, but still getting a lot of speed on the straights, which is quite awesome. Not too bad at all. And now we're still keeping constant speed throughout the straights, so no problems coming from there. Now the reason I kind of inch the car towards the corner is because these cars don't really have that much downforce. As you can see in this corner here, I like kind of attack it to the inside and then turn. Usually in any conventional car, you would want to take a late apex approach to get some speed. But in these cars, there's no rear wing or necessarily a front wing either. It's it's really all about how tight you can make the corner, right? At least when it came to corner 3, there's like a huge things because it goes into a straight. So it really doesn't matter what you take as long as you gain some time. But over here, there's really no point in kind of turning in such a way. So I kind of inch the car towards the corner, make it tight, but also get some excellent exit speed. So now we're coming up to the final corner, a little bit of brake, a little wobbly there, but then straight on the straights. And there we go. We got an excellent time there, and that should be P1. Brilliant. Now this start was just so unfortunate because I had to reorient my Oculus, right? And it takes some time to actually like make it freeze, and then you have to look straight, and then it quickly snaps over to straight. So that's there, and we start in neutral and up to first gear at the start. Now this was pretty unfortunate. I mean, second place did get a very nice start, so I went to cover him off. But the most unfortunate thing happens in the second turn. I mean, this turn goes out fine. I stay tight and also get some things. But over here, my Oculus actually turns off. And I end up spinning. Like, what? And usually Oculuses turn off like for a split second, but this took like a full 1.5 seconds. So I was like, what the hell? And my reaction was like, what did I just cause? I probably created like a 7-car carnage. And it was so stupid, right? Because usually if Oculuses have like a disconnection issue, it usually takes like a split second. So I was like, okay, it'll come up after a split second, so that's okay, and I'll be able to adapt to it, like I always do. But nope, just a little longer, and I was like, wait a second, I didn't have time to react to that. So now I'm all the way down from first, almost dead last, and then by the carnage, I somehow got up to near 5th or something. I don't know, but yeah, now I have to catch up these cars in a few laps. But luckily I qualified first, so I knew I was faster, stronger. I do go off track here. I don't know what I was thinking. I was probably just not in the right mental state, as was this kind of collision. I don't know what I was thinking there. Usually I would blame the other guy, but I think I was just a bit too aggressive on that. But oh, whatever. He was fine. We were fine. We could keep racing. It's only a few safety points that I lost, most likely. But okay, now it's time for the hunting P2 and P1, because I think at this point I was 3rd. So yeah, it's just about hunting them, getting my times up, becoming absolutely flawless. So yeah, that's the plan there. Oh yeah, and then one dude just kind of spins out, so I think from here it's 3rd place, yeah. So as for this corner, turn in a little, brake, and then keep turning, and I gained that much more time against him. I'm already that much closer after a lap or so. So now I'm just kind of catching up to him. I'm putting a lot of pressure on him and just waiting for me to close up in the braking, because I knew my braking was better and my minimum speed was better, but his technique was also pretty flawless. So it was a very good racing between the both of us. So now after a lap, I'm this close to him just by my braking technique and my minimum speed. So I'm a lot closer now, and now I can start finally closing the gap and trying to get him down the straights. A little incident happened here with a lapped car or something like that. So it was like, I was like, okay, I can't really gain that much time, but at least I got some draft. Both of us got messed up a little, so not too bad. And now he will be covering the inside line. I would say, okay, I'm going around the outside because I have no patience. I'm just gonna kind of swoop around you. So I carry loads of minimum speed down this corner, and then I remember I don't want to do the same thing I did in lap 1, so a little bit of brake and then make a tighter corner because I knew he was right next to me. And now I am finally made the move and I'm ahead of him. But it's not just over yet, because now he has slipstream and he's able to pull up on the outside. And I get a very shabby-ish corner because he's able to carry a lot more speed throughout the outside. So that was an amazing job from him. And all I had to do was defend. I was actually kind of surprised he didn't pull out any earlier. It did look like he was gaining on me and then like releasing the gas. So I was quite surprised. And then he comes out very late, but he already knows, and I know my braking is just a lot better. So then I go here. I make a little mistake, but he also does as well. So I guess it all worked out at the end. So no issues there. And I thought I was 3rd, but just to make sure, I think I just got up to 1st again. And that was exactly the case, because I was back up to 1st. So now I was chilling. I knew I didn't have so much of pressure behind me, and I knew I was faster. But the one thing I was racing with was my Oculus battery. Actually, at this point, at the second lap, I got a notification on my Oculus saying my Oculus battery was low. And I was like, oh, for God's sake, please. And I knew that it will turn off middle of the race. So I was just waiting for that moment. But at the back of my head, I was just praying that it doesn't happen, because I've never raced once I don't know what to do. I never knew what to do right after an Oculus was disconnected. Would my race be over? Would I be able to even attempt to finish the race? I didn't think it was possible, but I said, you know what? I'm just gonna keep setting best timings and try to win against the clock. That's pretty much it. I am about to finish my second to last lap and start my final lap in the lead, but unfortunately, my Oculus disconnects, and yeah, it was all there, and I didn't know what to do. So I took it off, and then I saw I could see my monitor that's across the screen and race there. But it was so janky because my Oculus disconnected while looking right, so I can see nothing to the left, and my monitor is angled away from me. So there was a huge, crazy, like, inception type depth perception thing that I just couldn't wrap my head around. And then I was like, okay, I think I'm getting a hang of it. But unfortunately, after that is when first and second place not lap me, they passed me. And they were still fighting with each other. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna at least secure third, but I want to win this. So I tried my absolute best. It was super awkward. You can see my super serious and concentrated face while I'm racing. It's quite weird because I'm just moving my eyes around, but my head's like looking towards the right, and I'm like, oh, it was so weird. But I actually have a picture of it that I'm gonna show on screen right now. That's how weird it was to look from that angle. Oh yeah, and then I had the ring light in my face as well. But whatever, the light wasn't too much of an issue. First and second place already got so far ahead of me. I did my absolute best to just kind of catch up to them on the brakes and then through my throttle, but not really much happened. I was hoping that they would have a much closer kind of fight, so then I could kind of sweep through. So now we're in the final few corners. I am messing up a little, and yeah, it seems like all is lost. But then the final turn comes, and then the two of them at the last corner of the last lap crash into each other on the exit, and they start flipping over. And I'm just here inheriting first by myself, and then my facial reactions, oh my god, that did not just actually happen. On the last lap of the exit, they actually crashed into each other. And I was sitting here, I was waiting for the message that you won, congratulations. And I'm like, oh my god, oh, what a stupid way of ending that. But yeah, a race win is a race win. And oh my goodness, that was pretty crazy. It was so awkward looking at the screen and then messing up like that. It's like, it was quite an interesting race to say the least. Like, look at this. I'm driving, and then they just come into each other. And I'm sitting here like, bro, are you serious? And then that's just a race win. My goodness. Quite an unbelievable race in it. So finally I got that over with. I now am eligible for C class, so once next season starts, I'll be able to be promoted to that. So that's always fun, and gonna start using the Renaults and the other Formula cars. So it's always gonna be great. So stay tuned for more videos and iRacing POVs. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Later.